Many of you like doing return to sport testing. We have a variety of tools that you can use to assess different types of muscle activity, from an isometric test to a power test, endurance test, torque versus speed, and an isokinetic test. We offer you a variety of tools that you can use to evaluate your athlete. Today I'll show you the isometric test, power test, and endurance test. For our return to sport testing, these will all be done on the knee, but you can test other body parts depending on the patient.
As part of our return to sport testing, we're going to first perform the isometric test. We'll start off with the left knee, then we'll eventually move on to the right knee. After we do the isometric test, we'll be able to then perform our dynamic testing. When we start the isometric test, we want to have your patient positioned in the testing position, ideally mid-range of joint motion. You'll press the start button and then have your patient go ahead and apply the force against the pad. After 3 seconds, they'll stop the trial, and we'll perform 2 more additional trials. Begin. After a few second break, 3rd trial, and begin. And relax. After your 3 trials, look at the data, make sure that you don't need to perform any retrials, and move on to the other limb. After you performed your isometric test, next we're going to move on to our power test. This is a 10-second test where we're going to have our patient move as quickly as they can through as much available range of motion as they have. The resistance comes from the isometric test, so it's important that you've completed that first. And go. The next test that we're going to perform is going to be our endurance test. We're looking at yet another way in which our muscles are able to perform. This is going to be a test that's going to look at how long a patient can continue this test for. We're going to stop it when we notice that there is a breakdown in biomechanics or when they decide that they need to end. Ready? And begin. The resistance is set at 30% of their isometric max. So once again, it's important that you've completed that isometric test from the beginning. Good pace.
The isometric, power, and endurance test are just 3 parts of a return to sport evaluation on the PrimusRS. In our next video, I'll show you 2 more return to sport tests, the torque versus speed and the isokinetic test. Subscribe to our channel for more treatment and evaluation tips for your PrimusRS.